This is News 4 San Antonio Today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
It is what we do. Good morning, Nonstop News starts right now. We are the only TV station in town commercial free until the top of the hour.
We have you covered this morning. You just heard from Jeannette, and she'll give us a deeper dive at weather again in just a few minutes.
Also, going to start off with Joy Bergen with on-time traffic. I see a lot of green. No, I don't. I needed a better look. Yeah, there's a lot of red there.
I mean, it's okay. Here in San Antonio, we do have an accident in the downtown area. That's going to be the northbound lanes of I-35 at Cesar Chavez. And then on the other side of that is kind of where some of those construction closures begin. I-35 northbound between I-10 and McCullough Avenue. So it is slow there in that area because of that. Rest of San Antonio has been fairly quiet. We do have photojournalist David Mendoza live from RoadCam. We'll get an update from him. Hi, David.
Hey, good morning. Right now I'm on 410 westbound, right under Bandera Road. For the most part, you're right. It has been a decent morning, especially for 640 at this time. We're looking fairly good. Although I will say that 35 in the northeast looks like it's starting to develop some problems. Other than that, roads are pretty smooth. I'll keep you updated with what else I see. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll check in again soon for everything that's happening here in San Antonio. But again, out in Seguin, that's where we're seeing some of the bigger issues today. I-10 westbound between Austin Street and exit 607 still closed right now because of an 18-wheeler crash that happened a couple of hours ago. Around 4:30 this morning, resulted in a fire. So still closed because of that. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
Joy, thank you. Across Texas, one state leader wants to lower property taxes for seniors and help them qualify for exemptions a whole lot easier. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick would like to drop the qualifying age for the senior homestead exemption from the age of 65 down to 55. He calls it Operation Double Nickel and would be part of the 2027 legislative agenda. It would also raise the homestead exemption by $40,000. Mr. Patrick believes this would help more than 3 million Texan homeowners.
And think about this if you're a homeowner who's watching now. And you say, well, I'm not 55, but if you're 48 or 51, I can get my value frozen in 5 or 6 years instead of 16 years. That's a big deal.
Very big. Governor Greg Abbott is also making property tax reform his top priority. He's floated the idea of a constitutional amendment to eliminate school property taxes on homesteads with the state fully funding education. An Army gynecologist from Fort Hood is charged with secretly videotaping dozens of patients during medical exams. Major Blaine McGraw is accused of recording 44 women this year. An Army spokesperson says that McGraw is in pretrial confinement awaiting a preliminary hearing.
In the Allen at the Live Desk, the FDA will further investigate the impact of COVID-19 vaccinations as it relates to adult deaths. A spokesperson for the agency says it's performing a thorough investigation involving deaths of several age groups possibly linked to the vaccines. Now, it's part of a larger investigation which already alleges children died from the shots. The initial probe started in September following claims made by the Secretary of Health. The World Health Organization says over 700 million doses of the vaccine have already been given in the United States. That's the latest from the Live Desk.
All right, Emma, thank you. About 15 minutes now before 7 a.m., a local philanthropist is making sure that families have food, enough food for the holidays by teaming up with the San Antonio Food Bank.
Always love to hear that. News 4 San Antonio's Christina De Leon has more on a distribution event happening this morning and how you can sign up to receive food or help out. Good morning, Christina.
Yeah, good morning, Marissa. Good morning, everyone. You know, for more than 10 years, Harvey Najum always partners with the San Antonio Food Bank to help out. I want to show you what it looks like here as the San Antonio Food Bank has laid out these pallets of food for when people come up and drive and get those hundreds of pounds of food. And he is certainly sparing no one, basically. His love is for children with food distributions for the holidays. This year, no different. His goal is to make sure no child goes hungry during this time of year. Thousands of pounds of food are going to be given out during these 3 days of distributions, and today's is going to happen right here at Gustafson Stadium. About 1,000 families or a little more will be given food today, and they're going to be given thousands of pounds, or hundreds of pounds of food a piece. That's going to last them well into the holidays. Now, pre-registration is required for this event, and volunteers always needed. There's going to be a couple of more events. One's going to be this Friday, December 12th. The second, December 17th. Just head to safoodbank.org/help. to sign up. You must pre-register for the next two events if you want to get that help. Again, Najum targeting families with children. Reporting live, I'm Christina De Leon. Back to you.
The Salvation Army's annual Red Kettle campaign is underway. The campaign raises money for families in need to get food and shelter. You'll see bell ringers at stores around town with the red kettles through December. So far, you've helped us raise over $10,800. To donate, you can scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen. You can also go visit the story on our website at news4sa.com. And when you're out shopping, be sure to keep an eye out for Salvation Army Angel Tree. Swing by one of these area malls, Walmart or Sam's Club to select an angel or scan the code to choose one. The deadline is December 12th. You'll be providing a gift for a local child or senior.
Electricity prices are going up across the country, and Grubhub announcing its most ordered foods of this past year.
Can't wait to hear that. Jane King is live at the New York Stock Exchange with those stories and more. Good morning, Jane.
Hi, David and Risa. Good morning. Well, this may surprise you. Beans were the star for Grubhub deliveries this year. The food delivery company says customers are also doing a lot of food maxing. So that's when the food ordered is nutritious and pleasing to the eye and functional. Now, orders that had beans or legumes jumped 135% compared to the year before. Cold foam and matcha were also popular deliveries, but we still loved our chicken nuggets. Customers ordered 750 plus nuggets, tenders, and strips from restaurants every hour for about 5.2 million so far this year. Well, weight loss drugs are changing how major corporations do business. Target plans to expand shelf space early next year to make room for protein items like nutrition bars and supplements, and ConAgra Foods also began labeling items that it considers to be GLP-1 friendly. And Danone North America launched a yogurt, Oikos Fusion, that is advertised as being able to support the nutritional needs of GLP-1 users. While consumer electricity bills are rising across the U.S., and data centers may be to blame, that's according to a recent deep dive by Michelle Weaver at Morgan Stanley. Now, the strategists emphasize that these are increases that are particularly concerning as electricity is essential, and there are a few good short-term substitutes, so that creates additional financial strain on households. Post-COVID electricity inflation has remained stubbornly high at 4 to 5% year over year, despite falling natural gas prices. And Cracker Barrel has more challenges, this time in the kitchen. The Wall Street Journal reports longtime patrons grumble that the chain's food has gone downhill, while some long-running menu items have been scrapped. More recent changes aimed at streamlining kitchen operations and cutting costs haven't set well. So, for example, Cracker Barrel shifted to making its signature biscuits in big batches and then chilling them rather than rolling out the dough on demand. Green beans and other sides are prepared in ovens instead of stovetop kettles, and food has been reheated when needed. Well, stocks teetered between slight gains and losses in recent sessions as we await that Fed meeting. They'll wrap up this afternoon. We do expect an interest rate cut. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.
The Grubhub story is interesting. What did we eat, or what did people give kids to eat before chicken tenders?
I know, mac and cheese.
Oh,
you know,
yes.
Or goldfish, right?
Yeah.
Chicken tenders are awesome, though.
My
Like,
kids are
everybody
still
loves
eating
them.
goldfish.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, though. Yes, tenders, tendies, as the kids call them. I'll eat the heck out of some tendies.
They're good.
The great Jane King live in New York. Jane, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Speaking of what you can eat, give your kids, how about this cookie idea to help with a New Year's resolution if you're trying to maybe cut back a little bit? A sugar-free Oreo. The company says 0 sugar original Oreos and the Oreo double stuffed will be available in America starting in January. So they're already sold in Europe and China. By the way, on this, so 0 sugar, and if you count calories, these things only have 45 calories each compared to the 53 calories of the regular Oreo. Rock legend Gene Simmons wants Congress to approve radio royalties for performers. He testified in front of Congress yesterday about what's called the American Music Fairness Act. Now, it requires AM and FM radio stations to pay bands, singers, when they broadcast their songs. Simmons, of course, is from KISS. He says the measure would fix an injustice that's been going on for decades.
The new artists really need these pennies when they get heard as their career starts on radio, but there's no income. How do they get there? How do they claw their way up to the top with the help of radio?
That measure would exempt certain small radio stations.
Right now, everyone is sharing their Spotify Wrapped playlists on social media. It makes you wonder, what was San Antonio listening to in 2025? Well, according to Burson Global Communications, these were the top 5 artists on Spotify for the Alamo City. In 5th place, The Weeknd. In 4th, Fuerza Regida, followed by Taylor Swift in 3rd, Bad Bunny in 2nd place, and the top artist listened to by San Antonians this year, Drake. That list doesn't tell the whole story, though. What about San Antonio's top 5 songs? In 5th, we have No One Noticed by the Marias. In 4th, Loco by Net and Vega. In 3rd, Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. In 2nd, DTMF by Bad Bunny. And San Antonio's top song was Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jeannette.
All right, let's look ahead at Christmas week. Here is the temperature outlook for the 17th through the 23rd. Above normal temperatures. It looks like we're going to see a warmer than normal Christmas. Well above normal, hotter than normal across the West Coast. But for areas farther to the north and east, near normal to below normal, that includes Minneapolis, Detroit, Charlotte, even up towards New York City and Boston. That's still a couple of weeks away. The forecast could change, so we'll watch it. Allergy report from yesterday. Cedar, 20, molds at 300. We'll get today's updated report between 7 and 8 o'clock this morning. And I do want to point out that there will be a cold front that comes in this afternoon. Behind it, we're going to have some gusty north winds, and we know when that happens this time of the year, that cedar count goes up. So we'll likely have a higher cedar number for Thursday. Take those allergy meds early. There goes the front right now. It's a dry front. It's not going to produce any wet weather here. It isn't producing any precipitation across North Texas right now. Just a few clouds. That gets here between about 2 and 4 p.m. Farther north, though, on the northern end of that front, there's plenty of precipitation, rain and snow, and that's moving off towards the east. Clear skies this morning, mostly sunny this afternoon. We'll have winds gusting 20 to near 30 miles an hour. Throughout the afternoon. Early this evening, winds will gradually subside. Tomorrow, it'll be slightly cooler than today, certainly colder in the morning compared to this morning. In the afternoon, highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. Clouds come in for Friday morning. This could impact the commute because there could be more fog, but that only lasts for a couple hours early on Friday, and then it turns out mostly sunny. Saturday in the morning, it'll be cloudy, 10% rain chance, and then mostly sunny. Stronger cold front comes in now on Sunday. It'll get colder Sunday. It'll be cloudy, could see a couple showers. Next Tuesday, we're looking at a higher rain chance. Dry through the rest of the week, very small rain chance Saturday. 20-30% rain chance Sunday and Monday, and then up to a 40% rain chance Tuesday. 40 to 69 tomorrow, 48 to 73 Friday. We're up to 78 ahead of that weekend front on Saturday, and then Sunday 62 degrees and windy, 59 for the high next Monday, 64 next Tuesday. Enjoy the sunshine this week because we're going to have at least 3 days in a row with clouds, and that will be Sunday through next Tuesday. Here's the extended forecast for the other 3 zones, and you can see the sunshine across the zones through Friday with more clouds from the weekend through next week.
One more look at traffic for you, your morning commute. A little bit messy downtown. We already had some construction closures in the northbound lanes between I-10 and McCullough Avenue. Now on top of that, we also have an accident in the northbound lanes of I-35 at Cesar Chavez. So downtown getting pretty crowded, although there are a couple of other spots across San Antonio where we are also seeing some congestion. Looks like we've got a fresh accident on the northeast side, northbound lanes of I-35 right at Loop 1604. Photojournalist David Mendoza is live in road cam. He's gone to check out some of those problem spots for us. Let's check in with him now. Hi, David.
Hey, good morning, Joy. So right now I'm on 410 eastbound coming up on Blanco Road. It's kind of a different story than it was even 10 minutes ago. We started off very solid with traffic this morning. Now I'm hearing multiple accident reports, minor and major, scattered across the city. Traffic is increasing. I will leave you with that. Drive safe and have a great day. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Have a wonderful day. And then, of course, don't forget about this big issue out in Seguin, still closed in the westbound lanes of I-10 between Austin Street and exit 607 for a big 18-wheeler crash that happened earlier this morning. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
In the Allen at the Live Desk, we're following some breaking news. WNBA star A'ja Wilson just named the Associated Press Female Athlete of the Year. A'ja, who plays for the Las Vegas Aces, has won 4 MVP awards as the Aces won a 3rd championship in just 4 seasons. The AP speaking to Wilson on the phone about the award. Wilson saying it's an honor when you think about all the women who have won before her. It's the 2nd consecutive year a basketball player won the award. Caitlin Clark was honored in 2024, and just yesterday, baseball star Shohei Ohtani was the men's winner. That's the latest from the Live Desk.
Emma, thank you. Texas authorities aren't messing around when it comes to cracking down on crime. Take a look at this story released by San Antonio Express News. Officers from the Little Elm Police Department near Dallas detained a goat on the lam. Body cam footage shows the goat and an officer giving each other a hard time.
Dude, hey, goat, hey, where do you live? Look how cool this car is. Get in the car. Hey, goat, come here. No, come here. You're one bad mamma jamma. You have the right to remain silent and not make any statements at all. Any statements you make may be used against you at trial. Any statements you make may be used as evidence against you in court. Do you understand these rights that I have read to you? With these rights in mind, do you still wish to talk to me?
Chief McManus and Sheriff Salazar would say, hey, come over here, we need your help, instead of you playing around with that goat.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have a lot going on at the Elm Police Department. Anyway, the goat is fine, everyone's fine, and
Well, yeah, he's fine because he's a bad mamma jamma. Huh?
is it a bad mama jamma?
I don't know.